Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about 10 videos to the paid request. This time for Bronson. Forgive the background noise. I have some stuff running, needing to get done and published and so forth. So stuff's running in the background. That's what the noise is. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, reviews, topics, reactions, commentaries, video games, playthroughs, whatever, feel free to send it. PayPal is usually the best bet, or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for the 2004 film Christmas with the Kranks, which I have seen before. It's directed by a guy that, for a bit of time, ran 20th Century Fox. I want to say his name was Joe Roth. I know his last name is Roth. And obviously, because he ran studios for a bit or was a chairman, gave him the opportunity to direct, doesn't mean he was a good director. So, yeah, this shows it. So the movie stars Tim Allen, Jamie Lee Curtis, Dan Aykroyd. The setup of the film is Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis. Their daughter has finally gone away. She goes to the Peace Corps in Peru. It's the first time they spent Christmas without their daughter. And, they're very sad about it. They love her very much. But Tim Allen gets the idea of going, you know what? It's kind of depressing because this is the first year without, when she won't be here. Let's skip Christmas. Let's just go on a cruise. The Caribbean cruise. In fact, we'll save money. We somehow spend $6,000 during the Christmas season, but this 10-day cruise will cost us like $3,000. And to be honest, to me, this sounds like a great plan. And Jamie Lee Curtis gets excited. Then the neighbors start hearing that they are not going to celebrate Christmas. And the rest of the film, or a good chunk of the film, is the neighbors just being these nosy assholes, stalking, pressuring, pushing to make you conform. And the message seems to be conform or else. But yeah, it wants to make it like it's a sweet movie and that Tim Allen is the bad guy. And I'm watching it going, Tim Allen, we're supposed to think the Kranks are the villains? What is this dumb shit plot and script? And why in the flying fuck would anyone think this would be a good idea to make into a movie? Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis do what they can, but they're not given a good script to work with. The jokes aren't there. You either have jokes in the beginning where it's rainy and Jamie Lee wants Tim Allen to get something, but he's like, it's wet, it's raining. He keeps going back and forth, and she wants something else, so he goes back and forth, and someone keeps going, hey, you sure you don't want an umbrella? And he gets getting wetter and wetter and wetter. And throughout the film, I'm like, these two have done nothing wrong. And you have this guy going up to Jamie Lee Curtis, you order your Christmas cards? It's not your fucking business if I order Christmas cards. How about I order a bunch of Christmas cards of your mama sucking a ding dong, or sucking a fucking crucifix, sucking a fucking candy cane that I've stuck up my ass so your mom can taste my ass. How about none of your fucking business? How about you leave them the fuck alone? Or you have these protesters. We want Frosty. We want Frosty. Yeah, you know what? You want a bunch of Frosty? How about you lay down? I'm going to jerk off on your face. You'll get a big taste of Frosty on your face. Fuck off with all these fucking people. Or Dan Aykroyd, he's the guy who is kind of the leader of this group, or one of the head honchos. And he's chasing Jamie Lee Curtis, and he gets his finger stuck in the window. It's interesting because I know they were in films like My Girl and the sequel, but I still think of it as kind of a reunion of trading places. The other jokes, the Artuli's going for a tan. You do get to see Jamie Lee Curtis in bikini, so not too bad. milk jugs. I'll say that. Nice heaping of milk jugs. And Tim Allen comes in and he's got a huge tan, and their pictures get taken. Everybody just treats him like shit. Like the cops come by. Hey, you want to buy these calendars? I get this for charity, but they're calendars of cops in suggestive, provocative poses. I would not want any fucking calendar with a bunch of cops posing like they're in vogue. If you want to send for charity, maybe I'll give you a few bucks, but I don't want the fucking calendar. And the two actors are Cheech Marin and Jay Busey. Talk about a random pairing. Or there's a bit where carolers won't stop caroling, and I'm like, get off my fucking property. You have this joke that goes on forever where Tim and Jamie are trying to have dinner, and Tim has gotten Botox. Why we have a Botox joke, I don't know. And the joke is that he can't chew correctly because of the Botox. And so they're getting, even after all this horse shit, they're getting ready to go on the cruise. And their daughter calls last minute and saying, hey, I'm going to arrive today with my fiance. Can't wait to show him the Christmas stuff. I would have told the truth. I'd be like, sorry, we're going on a cruise for 10 days. We'll see you when you get back or something. By the way, the daughter's only been gone a month, so it's not like you haven't seen her for a year or such. Been like a month. And maybe you should call more than one fucking day in advance. And then Jay Lee goes, oh, this is always such a stupid idea. I'm sitting there, what is so goddamn awful stupid about this idea? That it's rainy and cold and snowing and you're spending way too much money. And yeah, let's go on a cruise for 10 days. Why is that such an awful idea? And why does everybody give a flying fuck if these two do it or not? Mind your own fucking business. Now, if they were the villains and our two leads were the heroes, and the message was that they have to respect people's choices and not act like a goddamn cult. That's not the case, though. Tim Allen's character did nothing wrong, but he's showcased as the bad guy, just being selfish. Selfish that he wanted to take his woman on a goddamn 10-day cruise. And no, what's selfish is the fucking neighborhood is selfish. We want you to put Frosty up because we put Frosties up. We want you to do this. Fuck doesn't matter. He almost dies putting up the Frosty on the roof. The neighbors find out their daughter's coming home, so they join in. And then Tim Allen's supposed to be happy that they had to conform. And then Jamie's like, these people gave up their day to help us. No. You could have just told the truth and say, yeah, we're not having a party. But hey, either, hey, come on by, we'd love to see you. And enjoy that day. And, hey, we'll enjoy the day with you, the night, and we'll have a good little quiet bit, and then we'll go on our cruise. The fact that they have to listen to the neighborhood, and the neighborhood are looked at as the good guys, despite their stalkish, cultish ways, and at the end of the day, the message is conform and you'll be happy. What if people in the, I don't know, maybe, what if people in the neighborhood were with another religion? Or they celebrate Hanukkah. Will these neighbors be stalking them as well? And then for some reason, they put in some random burglar subplot. Where a kid, the cops have a burglar and the kid lets him out, and then the burglar's trying to steal stuff, and then this guy that they invited over who's wearing a Santa suit, I think it's Austin Pendleton. I think it's the guy who was in Short Circuit, who was Steve Gutenberg's boss, who couldn't say the word stat. I think he was the dad of the kids in Mr. Nanny. I think he was him. I guess his character was the guy trying to give Tim Allen a umbrella at the beginning of the film. And he leaves. I guess we're supposed to also think he's a real Santa Claus. Oh, Emmet Walsh, who's in the first Missing Action. He was in Red Scorpion. He was the sheriff in Critters, the first one. He's in here as a neighbor that just treats Tim Allen like shit. And so Tim Allen ultimately gives the 10-day tickets to him and his wife because the wife is sick. And then everyone's partying and having a good time, and Jamie Lee Curtis says, "I'm proud of you," and Tim Allen smiles because he had to conform. He had to listen to peer fucking pressure. And it's such an awful, terrible message. And it's not funny. It's not funny. It's really lame. A couple physical pratfalls trying to be like a wannabe. Can't even say Home Alone. On Jamie Lee Curtis and Tim Allen are doing what they can, but again, when you're working with such an unfunny script, there's nothing you can do. I mean, if you want to see Tim Allen in a Christmas, just go see the first Santa Claus. Or skip the Christmas stuff. Go watch Galaxy Quest. Jamie Lee Curtis and Dan Aykroyd just... I'm not a diehard fan of Trading Places, but it's way better than this movie. Just a waste. Like, you got Cheech Marin and Jay Busey, these cops. They pop in a couple times. 4 or 5 times. Again, I don't understand the thought process behind this movie and why they thought this was a good idea to be such a cheerful holiday movie. If it's trying to be a satire on conformity, then why is it that the quote bad guys win? You conformed. We won. We won. What? I don't understand that at all. That's very confusing to me. But hey, it is what it is. So, film sucks. Hell, I'd rather watch Surviving Christmas with Ben Affleck and James Gandolfini. I say that because I guess this is based on something called Skipping Christmas. I guess John Grisham? Yeah, the John Grisham had written it. And then they couldn't call it Skipping Christmas because there was a movie called Surviving Christmas. Might have been the same year. I'd rather watch that fucking film than this film. And there's a tons of other Christmas. Jingle All the Way, Scrooged, Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Plenty of other Christmas comedies to watch. So. I mean, I'd probably rather watch this than Deck the Halls. But that's another movie where just awful scripts and a waste of the cast in each of those. But it is what it is. Shitty. You did get to see Jamie Lee Curtis in a bikini and what kind of milk jugs she has. It's been a while. Last time was like what, True Lies, or before that, Trading Places, of course. But yeah. And again, I don't know that random burglar subplot. I don't know why they put that in there. It went really nowhere. Nowhere. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.